The ocean is a vast and mysterious world. Most of it is dark and cold. Below the sunlit surface waters lies a special place. We call this the mesopelagic zone, or the Twilight Zone. It stretches from about 200 meters down to 1,000 meters. Here, sunlight struggles to reach. It is a world of dim light and shadows. This zone is incredibly important for the health of our entire planet. It acts as a bridge between the bright upper ocean and the deep dark abyss below. It is a place full of life, but much of that life is still a mystery to us. We are just beginning to understand its true value. For a long time, scientists thought this part of the ocean was sparse. They believed not much could survive in the faint light and high pressure, but new technology has shown us something amazing. The Twilight Zone is teeming with life. It is home to countless strange and wonderful creatures. There are bioluminescent jellyfish that glow in the dark. There are lanternfish with light-producing organs on their bodies. And there are squid and shrimp adapted to this unique environment. This hidden world holds a huge amount of biomass, possibly more than all the world's commercial fisheries combined. Its secrets are crucial to ocean life. The Twilight Zone plays a critical role in the ocean's food web. Life in the sunlit zone, like tiny plants called phytoplankton, creates food using sunlight. When these plants and the small animals that eat them die, they sink. They become marine snow, a slow-moving shower of organic material. This marine snow is a vital source of food for the creatures living in the Twilight Zone. This process connects the very top of the ocean to the depths. It is a fundamental part of how energy moves through the ocean, supporting a massive hidden ecosystem that we are only now starting to appreciate fully. Understanding this zone is more important than ever. It helps regulate our planet's climate by capturing carbon from the surface and storing it in the deep ocean. The animals living here are part of a giant biological pump. They transport carbon from the atmosphere into the deep sea, where it can be locked away for centuries. Without the Twilight Zone, the ocean's ability to absorb carbon dioxide would be much weaker. Protecting this mysterious realm means protecting the health of our entire blue planet. We must continue to explore it, to learn from it, and to ensure it remains a healthy, functioning part of our world. In the vast Twilight Zone, some animals act as special connectors. They link the different layers of the ocean together. A perfect example of such a connector is the big-scale pomfret. This is a mid-water fish that is not widely known, but it is very important. It has a flat silvery body and large eyes that help it see in the dim light. The big-scale pomfret spends its days in the relative safety of the deep Twilight Zone. It avoids predators that hunt by sight in the brighter waters above. This fish is a key player in the transfer of energy through the ocean's vertical layers. The big-scale pomfret is a crucial part of the food chain. During the day, it stays deep, feeding on smaller fish, squid, and crustaceans that also live in the Twilight Zone. It consumes the energy that originates from the marine snow or from other Twilight Zone residents. In this way, it concentrates the sparse food resources of the deep into its own body. It becomes a rich source of nutrients, a swimming package of energy. This role as a mid-level predator is essential. It gathers the scattered food from a wide area and makes it available for larger animals in a more convenient form. But the big-scale pomfret does not just stay in the deep. It connects the deep sea to the upper layers. The pomfret is a strong swimmer, and it moves through different water columns. This makes it a link between separate ecosystems. It brings the nutrients it has gathered from the deep and makes them available to predators that might not venture so far down. This fish is like a shuttle, moving energy from one world to another. Without connectors like the pomfret, the food chain would be broken. The rich life of the upper ocean would be more disconnected from the hidden life of the deep. Recent research has shown just how significant these midwater fish are. By tagging fish like the big-scale pomfret, scientists can track their movements. They have discovered that these fish travel long distances, both vertically and horizontally. They are a mobile link, connecting food webs across vast expanses of the ocean. They are not just passive inhabitants of the Twilight Zone. They are active couriers of energy. This understanding changes how we see the ocean. It is not a stack of separate layers, but a deeply interconnected system where every part depends on the others for survival and health. One of the most amazing events on Earth happens every single day in the ocean. It is the largest migration on the planet, and it happens in the dark. This event is called diel vertical migration. Diel means it happens over a 24-hour cycle. Vertical means the animals move up and down. Every evening as the sun sets, countless creatures from the Twilight Zone begin a journey upward. They swim from the deep, dark water toward the surface. This massive movement includes small crustaceans, squid, and many types of fish, including our connector, the big-scale pomfret. The reason for this great daily commute is simple: food and safety. The surface waters are rich in food, especially tiny plants and animals called plankton. During the day, this area is dangerous. It is bright, and predators can easily see their prey. So the Twilight Zone animals wait in the deep, dark water where they are safe. When night comes, they use the darkness as a cover. They swim hundreds of meters up to the surface to feed in the plankton-rich waters. It is a massive, ocean-wide dinner rush. They feast all night long under the protection of the dark. This daily migration has huge advantages. For fish like the big-scale pomfret, it provides access to abundant food without having to stay in the dangerous, sunlit zone all the time. By moving between zones, they get the best of both worlds. They find safety in the deep during the day and find food at the surface at night. This strategy has been so successful that a vast number of ocean species do it. The entire Twilight Zone ecosystem pulses with this daily rhythm. It is a finely tuned dance of survival that has been happening for millions of years, shaping the structure of life in the ocean. Before the sun rises, the migration reverses. The animals, with their stomachs full, begin their journey back down. They return to the safety of the dark Twilight Zone before the predators of the day become active. This daily, massive movement of biomass is a fundamental process. It is the main way that energy captured at the surface by photosynthesis is transported into the deep ocean. This vertical migration is the engine that powers the entire deep-sea food web. It connects the top to the bottom every single day, making life possible in the vast, dark majority of the ocean. The daily migration from the Twilight Zone has a huge impact on the animals at the top of the food chain. Large predators like sharks, tuna, and swordfish have learned to take advantage of this predictable event. They know that every night, a massive buffet will swim up from the depths. Many of these predators have adapted their hunting strategies to this daily rhythm. For example, scalloped hammerhead sharks have been observed gathering in large numbers and diving deep at dusk, positioning themselves to intercept the rising tide of Twilight Zone creatures. It is a critical feeding opportunity for them. This connection is vital for the health of large predator populations. Without the reliable food source provided by vertical migrators, many sharks and other large fish would struggle to find enough to eat. The big-scale pomfret and other midwater fish are a fatty, energy-rich meal. They are the perfect fuel for active hunters. This makes the Twilight Zone and its inhabitants a cornerstone of the entire open ocean ecosystem. The health of the shark population in a particular area is directly linked to the health and abundance of the fish migrating from the deep. Everything is connected in the blue heart of our planet. Human activities, especially fishing, are also affected by these dynamics. For a long time, the Twilight Zone was too deep and its inhabitants too dispersed to be fished commercially. But as a result of overfishing in shallower waters, some commercial fisheries are now looking at the Twilight Zone as a new frontier. They are developing technology to catch these midwater species. This presents a huge risk. If we begin to remove these fish on a massive scale, we could break a critical link in the ocean food chain. The impacts would ripple upwards, potentially causing the collapse of fisheries for tuna and swordfish that we currently rely on. This is why understanding and protecting the Twilight Zone is so important. We need more research to know how many fish live there and how much we can safely catch without causing damage. Sustainable management requires us to see the ocean as a whole system, not a collection of separate parts. Protecting the Twilight Zone is not just about saving strange deep-sea fish. It is about ensuring the future of sharks, the health of our oceans, and the sustainability of our own fisheries. We must explore with care and act with wisdom, for the fate of the Twilight Zone is tied to the fate of all life in the sea.